All right, what's up, y'all? I don't think MJF cares about AEW anymore. Not in the sense of like he's gonna stop wrestling or anything like that. I think he's just doing things to pass the time. Terrible things to pass the time, but I think he's doing things to like slow his momentum down or something, or like push the limits of what his character is, because it's been like ever since he came back at I forget whatever pay-per-view that was. We came back with the Triple H jean jacket on and cut that 20-minute long promo during a pay-per-view. Ever since that time, I feel like he's not the same. And I think the face turn started it, but the face turn was like somewhat good, you know? And then during the promo, as far as I remember, he mentioned something about not doing things like the kangaroo kick anymore. And then he did the kangaroo kick like recently. And I'm like, it's a small instance. It's not nothing crazy. It's a very small instance. But I was sitting there like, I don't know if he's a heel or a face right now. I think he's heel because I remember he attacked somebody, Daniel Garcia, I think it was. I don't know. He attacked somebody and then like, oh, he's heel now. Okay. But now he has they don't have the international championship anymore. He rebranded it into the American championship, I think they called it. It's a knockoff US championship. And now he has that belt. And now he's just doing this like hyper American stuff. I saw him reciting he was reciting the Hulk Hogan theme song, you know, the Real American song, at a Rev Pro show. I'm like, first of all, I don't support anything Hulk Hogan. So seeing him do that, and I was like, okay, you know, I mean, I see where you're going, but you know, I wish you didn't go down that street, you know. But it's just, I don't know what's going on with Brett. And I like MJF, I really do. I just think that I'm very confused on what his direction is right now of like what he's trying to do, because no one's going to tell me that he isn't on the first thing smoking to WWE when the time ultimately comes. But the way he's portraying his character right now, unless they completely repackage him, which again, they should not do, but unless they completely repackage him, I don't know how he'll have a lot of momentum coming in to the show, like coming into the company. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll have the Cody Rhodes feud, no matter if Cody's champion or not. You'll have the CM Punk feud, no matter if CM Punk is champion or not. And then everything else you can just work with. You'll have the Miz feud. I feel like the Miz feud is money in the bank. The LA Knight feud, possibly. I feel like they would do a good promos with each other. But one of my biggest criticisms of MJF has been his reliance on being like, you know what MJF reminds me of? And I'm going to say this, and every time I say my opinion on this rapper, I get all of his fans attacking me for no reason. The way I see MJF is the way I see Eminem right now. Now, hear me. Eminem in his current music is very, what I want to say his most recent album. The entire album, he's like begging for cancel culture to like not cancel him, and Generation Z, I hate you. You can't cancel me. I'm uncancelable. Let me say a whole bunch of offensive things so I can just say, as if anyone cares about Eminem at that level. You know what I'm saying? MJF goes out there and for a lot of his career, went out there and said whatever came to his head, good, bad, or indifferent. And that became his character. And he went through, I feel like MJF's heel run was his Slim Shady run. You know what I'm saying? Of just saying terrible things. Now he's trying to flip it, but he's also like teetering, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, he's still teetering the line of what Eminem is doing now of like, oh, you can't cancel me. I'm going to say whatever I want. And it's like, bro, I wish MJF could show us that he had more to his promo bag than just saying stupid things. You know what I'm saying? I feel like saying things just to get the crowd to go, oh, I feel like anyone can do that. Anyone can go out there and Karrion Kross can go out there and cut a promo and just say a whole bunch of things about bad, like he can say a whole bunch of bad things and get the crowd to react. But it's surface level and it's cheap. It's cheap heat. And MJF is an amazing wrestler. And when he tries, he's a great promo. But when he teeters that line of just saying whatever, and it's just like, in AEW, they let you say damn near anything, you know? And sometimes they'll end up getting you in a lot of trouble. And it's like, bro, I understand what your character is. I understand that you're supposed to be a heel or a face or anti-hero or whatever it is. It's just corny, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the corny stuff won't look well. It won't. I'm trying to figure out a way to explain it. AEW and their management of MJF is going to be completely different than the way Triple H manages him. You know what I'm saying? Because WWE at most points, they have to be somewhat advertiser friendly. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how many shows they can go to Netflix all they want. They still have to be somewhat advertiser friendly due to the bigger audience they have with kids. You know what I'm saying? MJF can't go on Monday Night Raw and go full AEW Dynamite. You know, I know part of us, I think a lot of fans hope that when Raw goes to Netflix, they can go in there and just say whatever word they want to say. But in a sense, they can't. They can. Like, it's there, you know, but at a sense, I feel like they're not going to be able to do as much as we may hope for. You know what I'm saying? So they bring MJF over and he's just saying whatever. I feel like that would hurt him even more, you know? And I feel like that would hurt his character. I'm like, MJF, he knows how to cut a promo without saying just whatever. He knows how to cut a focused promo that isn't just focused on shock value. You feel me? So I think what I'm trying to get at, I don't want Eminem. See, I'm already talking about it. I don't want MJF to turn into Eminem of just like, I'm going to say a whole bunch of things so that people can react and say shock value promos. I don't want to hear shock value promos. I want to hear why are we supposed to invest in this match? Who are you? Why should I believe in you opposed to the other person? Where you're going to beat them? Why you're going to beat them? What are you going to do if they beat you? That's a promo. You know what I'm saying? And MJF has done that before. So if you've done it before, I expect you to do it again. Not do it once and then continue the rest of your promo career with just saying nonsensical things just to get the crowd to go, ooh. That's weak to me. So to make a long video less long, I'm worried about MJF's direction. I'm not scared yet. I'm just worried. I'm watching him intently. I want him to be like in a prosperous position, but he's making it difficult. You know what I'm saying? And I don't see why he's doing that. So I hope he can figure it out. You know, I definitely think his time in AEW is dwindling down. I think they're trying to keep championships on him to keep him somewhat relevant and to keep him happy. Even though I know Tony Khan knows that if MJF leaves, it's over. Like that's the last kidney shot he can take. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see. But y'all, how do you feel about MJF right now? You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about MJF and his direction? Am I overreacting? Am I, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm overreacting. I really don't think. I think I'm reacting like the correct way at the moment. But y'all let me know how you guys feel about it. Do you think MJF is going to WWE? Do you think that he's going to be able to somewhat bend his character? You know what I'm saying? Because I remember when the rumors first started and it was like, we don't want MJF to completely turn into PG MJF. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you don't need to be X-rated, super stupid MJF. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be that. Because any wrestler can go out there and say bad things to the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Anyone can go out there and do that. The people who are set apart are the people who can cut promos that are captivating, intense, interesting, inspiring, comedic. You know what I'm saying? Not just, I'm going to say a whole bunch of things that anyone can say and hope that the crowd goes, ooh, so I can get some clips on Instagram and they can talk about me and what? You know what I'm saying? Just to get the attention. I hope that's not the way MJF's character is turning, and I hope that's not the direction he will be going in the near future. Because if he does, I don't know, man. But y'all let me know. If you like the video, subscribe. If you're new, subscribe. If you haven't already, comment down below. Next message, I love you guys. Praise God. And I will see you in the next video, man.